Hello everyone, welcome to our TLE class, Quarter 2, Week 3. Today, we are going to understand Republic Act 10654's role in regulating aquaculture and fish capture, and recognize the diversity of fish species in the Philippines. Before we begin our lesson, I would greatly appreciate it if you could subscribe to my channel. It's tough not being monetized, and your support would mean a lot to me. By liking and subscribing, you'll help me create even more educational content. If you have any suggestions for improvement, please feel free to comment below. Thank you. Republic Act No. 10654 is an amendment to the Philippine Fisheries Code of 1998. It aims to bolster the fight against illegal, unreported, and unregulated IUU fishing. Here are some key points of discussion regarding RA 10654. 1. Enhanced penalties. The Act imposes stricter penalties for those engaged in IUU fishing, including hefty fines and imprisonment. 2. Monitoring systems. It mandates the use of vessel monitoring systems to track fishing activities and ensure compliance with regulations. 3. Port state measures. The Act enforces port state measures to prevent IUU caught fish from entering the market. 4. Sustainable practices. It promotes sustainable fishing practices to protect marine biodiversity and ensure the long-term viability of fishery resources. 5. International compliance. RA 10654 aligns with international agreements like the United Nations Fish Stocks Agreement and the FAO Code of Conduct for Responsible Fisheries. The Act is a significant step towards sustainable fisheries management and the protection of the Philippines' marine environment. The implementation of the rules and regulations of Republic Act No. 8550 as amended by Republic Act 10654. This act shall be known as the Philippine Fisheries Code of 1998 as amended by Republic Act No. 10654, entitled An Act to Prevent, Deter and Eliminate Illegal, Unreported and Unregulated Fishing. Here are the application of provision Republic Act No. 10654 Section 3. Section 3 of Republic Act No. 10654 outlines the enforcement scope of the Philippine Fisheries Code. It specifies that the provisions of the code shall be enforced in 1. All Philippine waters, including areas where the Philippines has sovereignty and jurisdiction, and the country's 200 nautical mile exclusive economic zone, EEZ, and continental shelf. 2. All aquatic and fishery resources, whether inland, coastal, or offshore, including fish ponds and fish pens or cages. 3. All lands devoted to aquaculture, or businesses and activities related to fishery, on both private and public lands. 4. All Philippine-flagged fishing vessels operating in areas governed by a Regional Fisheries Management Organization, RFMO, in the high seas, or in waters of other coastal states. This section ensures that the Fisheries Code's regulations apply broadly to manage and protect the country's aquatic resources effectively. Here are the importation or exportation of fish or fishery species Republic Act No. 10654 Section 105. This section pertains to the regulations for importing and exporting fish and fishery products to prevent illegal, unreported, and unregulated fishing. It includes requirements for documentation, safety, quality standards, and sustainable practices. 1. Importing or exporting fish in violation of the code is illegal. 2. Shipping companies must fully cooperate with investigations. Failure to do so suggests collusion. 3. Administrative fines for violations are 5 times the value of the species or 300,000 pesos to 500,000 pesos, plus forfeiture or destruction of the species. 4. Criminal penalties include 8 years of imprisonment, double the administrative fine, forfeiture or destruction of the species, and a ban from participating in fishery-related businesses. Rule 105.1. Within a year, the DABFAR will list species prohibited from import or export with regular updates. Rule 105.2. Shipping companies must submit requested documents within 5 days to be considered as fully cooperating with investigations. Aquaculture, often referred to as aquafarming, is the controlled process of cultivating aquatic organisms, especially for human consumption. It's an industry that involves the breeding, rearing, and harvesting of plants and animals in all types of water environments, including ponds, rivers, lakes, and the ocean. Fish capture technology involves catching aquatic animals. Fishing vessels primarily load and discharge cargo in ports and serve as transportation at sea. 1. Capture fisheries target fish, prawns, lobsters, crabs, mollusks, and other aquatic organisms. India, with its extensive marine and inland resources, is the world's third largest inland fish producer. 2. Fishery, the practice of rearing and maintaining fish for consumption and industrial purposes. Fisheries are crucial for a balanced diet and involve fishing in natural waters or maintaining fish ponds. For aquatic pollution, Republic Act No. 10654 Section 107. Aquatic pollution. Pollution of aquatic environments is illegal under this code. Penalties. 1. Administrative liability. Fines of 300,000 pesos to 500,000 pesos, plus 15,000 pesos per day until the violation stops and fines are paid. Additional penalties may include cease and desist orders, facility closure or suspension, and water supply disconnection. 2. Criminal conviction. Imprisonment from 6 years and 1 day to 12 years, fines double the administrative amount, plus 15,000 pesos per day until compliance. Cease and desist orders and facility closures can be issued pending case resolution. Rule 107.1 Technical Committee Functions. 1. Assess environmental harm, health hazards, and obstruction to aquatic activities. 2. Evaluate damage for penalty imposition and rehabilitation. 3. Monitor compliance with rehabilitation plans. Rule 107.2 Technical Committee Composition. 1. Representatives from DENR's Environmental Management Bureau, Philippine Coast Guard, Marine Pollution Unit, NFARMC, NFRDI, and an academic representative. 2. Members receive travel allowance, honorarium, and per diem. Experts may be invited to assist. For non-compliance with good aquaculture practices. Republic Act No. 10654 Section 112. Fishery operations compliance. Fish breeding and farming must adhere to good aquaculture practices and environmentally sound guidelines set by the department. Penalties for violations. 1. Administrative liability. Fines of 10,000 pesos to 100,000 pesos per day until compliance and payment. 2. Criminal conviction. Imprisonment for 3 years and fines double the administrative amount. Rule 112.1 Non-compliance. Non-compliance includes 1. 50% mortality of cultured fish in an aquaculture zone. 2. Poisoning of wild fish. 3. Widespread contamination by pests and diseases. 4. Aquatic pollution as defined by the code. For use of fine mesh net. Republic Act No. 10654 Section 93. Prohibition on fine mesh nets. 1. It is illegal to use fishing nets with mesh sizes smaller than those specified by the department. 2. Exceptions are allowed for catching specific small, mature species, fry, glass eels, elvers, tabios, and alamang. Penalties for violations. 1. Discovery of a fine mesh net on a vessel presumes illegal use. 2. Administrative penalties. A. Confiscation of catch and gear. B. Fines. First, 20,000 pesos for municipal fishing, community service if unpaid. Second, 50,000 pesos for small-scale commercial fishing. Third, 100,000 pesos for medium-scale commercial fishing. Fourth, 200,000 pesos for large-scale commercial fishing. 3. Criminal penalties. A. Imprisonment of 6 months to 2 years. B. Fines twice the administrative amount. C. Confiscation of catch and gear. Rule 93.1 Exceptions. 1. Fine mesh nets are allowed with specific licenses for a. Catching immature species for culture, e.g., Bangus fry, Sugpo fry. B. Aquarium, ornamental animals. C. Small mature species, e.g., alamang, tabios, dillies. 2. Use in ring nets, purse seines, and bag nets for sardines, mackerels, and scads, with a mesh size of 1.9 centimeters, ensuring no juvenile fish are caught. For fishing and overexploited fishery management areas. Republic Act No. 10654 Section 94. Fishing in overexploited areas. Fishing in declared overexploited fishery management areas is illegal. Penalties for violations. 1. Administrative penalties. Confiscation of catch and gear. Fines. Municipal fishing. 3 times the catch value or 20,000 pesos, whichever is higher. Community service if unpaid. Small-scale commercial fishing. 5 times the catch value or 100,000 pesos, whichever is higher. Medium-scale commercial fishing. 5 times the catch value or 300,000 pesos, whichever is higher. Large-scale commercial fishing. 5 times the catch value or 500,000 pesos, whichever is higher. 2. Criminal penalties. Imprisonment of 6 months and 1 day to 6 years. Fines of 500,000 pesos to 5 million pesos. Confiscation of catch and equipment. Cancellation of fishing permit or license. Rule 94.1 Scientific basis. DANFRDI and DABFAR, along with stakeholders and LGUs, will conduct ongoing resource assessments to determine and declare overexploited fishery management areas. For fishing or taking of rare, threatened or endangered species. Republic Act No. 10654 Section 102. Prohibited activities. A. Appendix I species. Legal to fish, take, gather, sell, purchase, possess, transport, export, forward, or ship out species listed in Appendix I of sites or categorized as threatened by IUCN and the Department. Penalties. Administrative. Fine of 5 times the species value or 500,000 pesos to 5 million pesos, and forfeiture of the species. Criminal. Imprisonment of 12 to 20 years, fine twice the administrative amount, forfeiture, and permit cancellation. B. Appendices 2 and 3 species. Legal to engage in similar activities for species in sites Appendices 2 and 3 if their populations can't remain viable under collection and trade pressure. Penalties. Administrative. Fine of 3 times the species value or 300,000 pesos to 3 million pesos, and forfeiture of the species. Criminal. Imprisonment of 5 to 8 years, fine twice the administrative amount, and forfeiture. C. Captive bred species. Legal to gather, take, possess, transport, or export captive bred species transplanted to the wild. Penalties. Criminal. Imprisonment of 5 to 8 years, fine 3 times the species value or 3 million pesos, and forfeiture. Additional provisions. Vessel violations. If a vessel with more than 2 crew members is involved, the captain, master, and 2 highest-ranking officers are presumed liable. Rules. Rule 102.1 Scope. Prohibitions include parts and derivatives of the species listed in Annex I of the IRR. Other species may be added based on recommendations from the Philippine Aquatic Red List Committee, subject to the consultation process stated in Rule 65.2. Rule 102.2 Value of species. The National Aquatic Wildlife Management Committee will determine the species value using accepted scientific methodology for penalty implementation. Rule 102.3 Scientific assessments. Required to evaluate species viability under collection and trade pressure, conducted according to recognized scientific methodologies. Rule 102.4 Transplanted captive bred species. DABFAR will create implementation rules within 1 year involving stakeholder consultation, as per the process in Rule 65.2. Species of fish in the Philippines. In the Philippines, fish, known as isda, are diverse and abundant due to the country's tropical climate and rich coral reefs, which are part of the Coral Triangle. This region's waters contribute significantly to global marine biodiversity, containing 5% of the world's reef area and 20% of the total marine fish species. Filipino fish names can be confusing because the same fish might have different names in different dialects or regions, and a single name might refer to multiple fish species. In Metro Manila, Tagalog is the main language, but names from various provinces and regions, such as the Visayas and Ilocos, are also used, reflecting the diverse origins of the city's population. The Philippines is home to a rich diversity of marine life, including several rare and remarkable species. Here are some notable ones. For significant rare species. Scientific name, Platax orbicularis. English name, batfish. Local name, Dahong Gabi in Tagalog, Alabangbang, Lagupan in Cebuano. Scientific name, Eleuterus scriptus. English name, filefish. Local name, Saguksak, Cebuano. Scientific name, Trichirus humela. English name, hairtail, ribbon fish, cutlass fish, beltfish, frostfish. Local name, Balila, Espada, Tagalog, DeWitt, Cebuano. Scientific name, Alepisaurus ferox. English name, lancetfish, handsaw fish, wolffish. Local name, Toki, DeWitt, Aswang, Tagalog. Scientific name, Priacanthus taenus. English name, big eye, glass eye, bullseye. Local name, Matahari, Siga, Tagalog, Baga Baga, Buka Buka, Siga, Dilit, Cebuano. Scientific name, Chirocentris. English name, wolf herring. Local name, Buin Buin, Bidibibid, misidentified, Tagalog. Scientific name, Parastromateus niger. English name, Pompre. Local name, Duhe, Pampano, Tagalog. Scientific name, Ruvetus preciosus. English name, oilfish. Local name, Penahan, Cebuano. Scientific name, Thursatoides marley. English name, snowick, snake mackerel, blacksail snake mackerel, barracuda. Local name, Tanaganga swang. Tagalog. For threatened species. Scientific name, Epinephalus fuscogutatus. English name, brown marbled grouper. Local name, Lapu Lapu, Tagalog, Pugapo, Cebuano. Scientific name, Plectropomus leopardus. English name, coral trout. Local name, Lapu Lapu, Tagalog, Suno, Pogapo, Cebuano. Scientific name, Epinephalus malabaricus. English name, Malabar grouper. Local name, Lapu Lapu, Tagalog, Lapu Lapu, Pogapo, Cebuano. Scientific name, Epinephalus coioides. English name, orange spotted grouper. Local name, Lapu Lapu, Tagalog, Lapu Lapu, Pogapo, Cebuano. And for the endangered or prohibited species. Scientific name, Epinephalus cyanopodus. English name, speckled blue grouper. Local name, Lapu Lapu, Tagalog, Percal, Tagalog Catanduanas, Pugapo, Cebuano. Scientific name, Epinephalus amblycephalus. English name, banded groper. Local name, Lapu Lapu, Tagalog, Pugapo, Bisaya, Cebu, Manilhog, Bisaya, Negros. Scientific name, Symphoris nematiferus. English name, snapper, Chinaman fish, Chinaman cod. Local name, Maya Maya, Tagalog. Scientific name, Pseudorhombus duplicosilatus. English name, ocellated flounder. Local name, Darapa, Tatampal, Darapong Bilog, Tagalog, Palad, Cebuano. Scientific name, Stenella longarostris. English name, spinner dolphin. Local name, Lumba Lumba. Scientific name, Stenella attenuate. English name, pantropical spotted dolphin. Local name, Lumba Lumba, Balakiki. Scientific name, Stenella coeruleoalba. English name, striped dolphin. Local name, Lumba Lumba. Scientific name, Lagenodal fachose. English name, Fraser's dolphin. Local name, Mahon. Scientific name, Tursiops truncates. English name, long-snouted bottle-nosed dolphin. Local name, Lumba Lumba, Lumad. Scientific name, Grampus griseus. English name, Risso's dolphin. Local name, Lumba Lumba, Kabang. Scientific name, Papanocephala electra. English name, melon-headed whale. Local name, Lumad. Scientific name, Ferris attenuata. English name, pygmy killer whale. Local name, Lumad. Scientific name, Globicephalamacrohe nchus. English name, short-finned pilot whale. Local name, Pakatang ambuhatan. Scientific name, Pseudorca crassidens. English name, false killer whale. Local name, Balena. Scientific name, Orcinus orca. English name, killer whale. Local name, Balena. Scientific name, Steno bretonensis. English name, rough-toothed dolphin. Local name, Lumba lumba. Scientific name, Kogia breviceps. English name, pygmy sperm whale. Local name, Balena. Scientific name, Kogiasimus. English name, dwarf sperm whale. Local name, Balena. Scientific name, Mesoplodon densorostris. English name, Blainville's beaked whale. Local name, Balena. Scientific name, Ziphius cavarostris. English name, Cuvier's beaked whale. Local name, Balena. Scientific name, Physeter macrocephalus. English name, sperm whale. Local name, Balena. Scientific name, Megapteranova angli. English name, humpback whale. Local name, Balena. Scientific name, Balinoptera deni. English name, bride's whale. Local name, Balena, boncaras. Scientific name, Balinoptera physalis. English name, fin whale. Local name, Balena.